Hey everyone, this is Cox-Geraghty making a screencast for you about my new website that talks about parking in San Rafael, a public discussion about data, what's important and what's going on. Recently, San Rafael's parking meters got credit card readers and parking sensors. I think the really important one is the sensors because that can give us the most information. And I want to talk to you what does that mean? Why should we care? And can we do anything interesting with the new technology? I think the biggest thing it means is we now have a ton of information that we didn't have a couple of months ago, or at least we have access to the ability to have that information. It's not really publicly published. It's not given out yet. It's not available to do anything that's cool and interesting. We can't get anything of value quite yet, but the potential is there. What's important about it? I think it's better for everyone. The city of San Rafael, with the new parking sensors, can now collect and utilize information related to transportation and parking, making better, more informed decisions in the policy making process. I think kind of speaks for itself. Something that you want to see in decisions made is decisions made smartly, decisions made with information, decisions made with facts. We can now do that with the sensors. We can gather information and we can make more informed decisions. We can make a parking policy that better serves everyone involved: shoppers, consumers, citizens, businesses, government, organizations, anyone just driving through downtown San Rafael. The power of information and analytics. The city of San Rafael's parking policy is 150 an hour, but how can we really tell if the current policy is the best policy? Well, until recently, it was actually kind of difficult to quantify and measure what was happening because it would take an enormous amount of resources to gather that information. You would literally need someone at every parking meter to keep track of when a car is coming and going to do what we can now with the sensors. So really, that means we can do interesting things with the data and understand it in a meaningful way. For example, we can take a look at this graph that we have here: policy A, policy B, policy C. Policy A is representative of kind of what we have now. It's $1.50 an hour, there's a 2-hour limit, and you're guaranteed a ticket if the meter is unpaid. Policy B and Policy C are really just examples and demonstrations we can think about if we're interested in another parking policy. So Policy B is 50 cents an hour. It has a 1-hour limit, and you don't get a ticket if there's an open space in front and behind your vehicle. For me, Policy B is really just a demonstration. It's not something that I think would be smart or probably be the best solution, but it's there to demonstrate that we can try different things. Policy C, which I think is probably the the most effective out of all of the policy examples, but really we're going to have to take a look at the data to see if that would be accurate. But it's $1 an hour. There's a 3-hour limit, and there's no ticket with an open space either in front or behind of your vehicle. And the idea behind that is if you're shopping downtown and you're supporting businesses and you're coming down and generally being a part of your community, you shouldn't be penalized for that, especially if you're not impeding other people from doing it. The whole idea behind parking and ticketing and having paid meters is to make sure traffic is coming and going and there's a constant flow of new people. But if your parking is not causing that to not happen, if you're just shopping in downtown and there's an open space either in front or behind, it means there's no reason to get a ticket. There's no smart reason to get a ticket. So anyway, this really quickly shows the different policies we can have for parking and what the potential is. And now that we have sensors and credit card information and can track when people are coming and going and how long they're staying and whether they go back to feed the meter before they're leaving and what are the habits and how do people shop downtown, we can make better policies. So if you're interested in learning more, take a look at our website, fill out the survey. We have a survey asking you what you think about parking. And then at the way bottom, Well, we also talk about GitHub and what GitHub means for open source projects and OpenGov and why you might be interested. But if you want to stay up to date, sign up for the newsletter, and we're going to try to move forward with something like this and see the potential for making this information and data publicly available so we can just make smarter decisions with it. So if you agree with any of that, or you just want to stay up to date about what's happening, go to the website and sign up for the email. Thank you.